Here is what my spicy noodles look like. I put some rice cakes in there, you guys, but honestly, I've never made rice cakes before, so I don't even know if I made them correctly. Let's try one, actually. It doesn't really taste like anything. It's not bad, but I feel like I need to master those. Like, I need to know how to make those. Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I decided I was gonna do like a spicy noodle Q&A. It's been a minute since I do a Q&A. I don't even think I've ever done a Q&A on my channel if I think about it. So I asked you guys on my Instagram and on my TikTok to ask me some questions to do a Q&A. And y'all came through with the questions, girl. I have them all right here. So yeah, I decided to do like a little updated Q&A just because I feel like I haven't done a Q&A in a long time and a lot of you guys are new here and you guys don't know me. So before we even get started, let me try these spicy noodles. If you saw my TikTok, I was on the hunt for these. The Budak noodle brand, I was like on the hunt for these and I finally found them. Honestly, you guys, I'm not like a spicy noodle expert. Like, I don't really know how to make spicy noodles. So I did a pretty good job. They're a little spicy. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I did get a lot of BBL questions, which if you didn't know, I have a full BBL Q&A on my page, on my YouTube. I'm answering like a lot of those questions. Okay, so before I start off with any of the questions, I'm gonna kind of like introduce myself to you guys. Like, if you didn't know, now you know. Just kidding. But I'm gonna start off with like the most basic questions. So, where I live. I live in New Mexico, guys. I get that question a lot, and I live in New Mexico, the United States. A lot of people confuse it with Mexico, but no. Second question that I get asked a lot is, how old am I? I am 20 years old. I will be turning 21 this year in June. In like a couple months, girl, I'm gonna be 21. Those are like my two kind of like little get to know me introduction questions. But one of the questions I got was, how many siblings do you have? So I actually kind of show my family a lot on my TikTok, like on my social media. My family kind of comes out a lot. Anyways, but to answer that question, I have 3 siblings. I am the second oldest, so I have an older brother, and then it's me, and then I have a younger brother and a younger sister, so it's 4 of us in total, and I am the second oldest. This is kind of funny, but I got a lot of like relationship status questions. Somebody said, ever think of getting married? Why don't you have a boyfriend? You're so gorgeous. Worst relationship experience? Do you have a boyfriend? What's your current love life looking like? Anyways, to answer that question, no, I don't have a boyfriend. And then for the second one, like the worst relationship experience, I've actually never had a boyfriend. So there's that for you guys. That deserves a big bite because I've never had a boyfriend. So I don't really have like relationship experience to share with you guys because I've just never done that, girl. Somebody else asked, if you didn't get into influencing, what would be your dream job? I love your lives, by the way. Thank you. Honestly, I don't know. Like, actually, like I actually don't know. I really would like to be like a, I don't know, girl. I'm not even gonna answer that because that's gonna be a lie. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, people, I feel like everybody has a plan, right? They're like, oh, I would have done this, or I would have done this, or I wasn't this. And I didn't go to, like, right after high school, I didn't go to college. So I literally don't have like a plan. Like, I never like pursued anything, which is kind of bad in a way. But like, I literally don't know what I would like to get into. And I don't want to give like a fake answer and be like, oh, I would be like a nurse, because that's not true. So honestly, girl, I literally don't know. Like, I don't know. I got this question and it says, do you like how your stomach came out from the BBL? So I don't think there's anything wrong with my stomach. I do kind of get the whole concept of like a lipo stomach, or like a, yeah, like a BBL stomach, a lipo stomach. And it's kind of just like this like stereotype that all lipo stomachs don't look good. I really like the way my stomach looks. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I feel like if you keep up with your massages, it's really hard to get what is that one word? What is that one word? I'm gonna insert the word here if I can't remember in like 5 seconds. It's like when you're like, I don't know what the word is, girl. I'm gonna insert it. Somebody else said, you look amazing, but any regrets on the BBL? Not at all. Like, if you guys didn't know, I got a BBL. I have like a full BBL, like, Q&A and like a story time about it on my page on my YouTube. So yeah, I got my BBL last year in May. Although I did run into like complications, I completely love it, and I would do it literally like a million times again. It's like, it kind of changed my life and my confidence in a good way. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, like, it sucks that you had to do a BBL like for your confidence to go up, and I'm like, I did it because I wanted it to, and it makes me feel so good about myself, and I literally love it. Like, I don't regret it at all. I would do it again if I had to do it again. I would do it again, girl. Somebody asked, how was your experience with your doctor? I'm looking to book with him because I love how yours came out. It's exactly what I want. I had a really good experience with my doctor. If you watch my like BBL video, my doctor actually came out in my video. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Anyways though, I had a really good experience with him. Like, I just loved it. Like, we clicked. Like, he knew what I wanted and he gave that to me. And although I ran into complications, it's not his fault, it's not my fault, it's just the way life goes. Like, it's just, you know, it's just like things that can happen. But my experience with him was really good. If you guys didn't know, I got my BBL in Tijuana. I got my BBL in Tijuana May of last year with Dr. Luciano Alonso. My results are actually on his page if you're interested. Somebody said, how do you keep your hair so healthy? Girl, these are extensions, and let me tell you guys, some of my extensions have been falling out. Like, I'm kind of going bald. The other day, there was one of my extensions on the floor. It was kind of embarrassing, but it's okay. But yeah, my extensions, some of them fall out, but it's because I need to get them like redone. But I love my extensions, and I use the Amika shampoo and conditioner. It's so good. I just love my extensions, girl. Somebody said, how much did your BBL cost? Go to my video, girl. I talked everything BBL. I got a lot of BBL questions, and I talked everything BBL in my previous video. I think it's like BBL Q&A and story time. I think that's what it's titled. It's like a couple videos down, girl, but I talk about everything. But long story short, I paid $11,000 for my BBL. Oh my god, these spicy noodles are no joke. What do I do now? And somebody asked me, what keeps you pushing / motivated? Honestly, girl, sometimes I'm not even gonna lie, it's really hard to stay motivated. Like, let's say you don't get the outcome that you want with things, it's really hard to stay motivated. But I think I have like a really good drive. Personally, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I have a really good drive, and I know what I want, and I'm gonna get it. Like, I know what I want, and I see it, and I'm gonna get it. And I think that's my own motivation, is like my drive for things, like my passion. I'm gonna get into like social media questions actually right now. A lot of people ask like how I started social media, and any advice I have to give to people that want to do social media. I started social media in 2020. I think it was the pandemic. Yeah, it was COVID year. And me and my friends started just posting like random videos. Like, it was when TikTok was kind of like back in, I think it was 2020 or 2019. I don't remember exactly. But we started kind of just posting like lip syncing videos, kind of like Musical.ly vibe, right? And then some of them actually popped off. Like, some of them would actually do good. So we were like, what the heck? Like, this is kind of cool. Like, we kind of started liking it. Anyways, and then me and her had a YouTube channel together, me and one of my friends. We made a YouTube channel together, and we would post like funny content, like the most random content. Like, it didn't really have a like category or like a genre, I guess, to our content. We would just post like the most random content. Mind you, we were like 17. I'm 20 now. We were like 17. We were like sneaky now at that time. Somebody had said if I ever snuck out. Girl, I have snuck out so many times. I'm sorry, mom. I'm sorry, mom. But I have snuck out so many times. I don't do it anymore because I don't have the need to. I'm just like, hey mom, like I'm gonna go here, and like we communicate, you know. But when I was younger, my parents were like a little more strict with me, so I did have to sneak out a lot, girl. But yeah, I'm getting distracted now. Anyways, okay, so we would sneak out a lot, and we would vlog. That's what a lot of our vlogs were, like crazy, like 4 a.m. teenager activities. That's what it was, girl.
We're in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of fucking nowhere.
We're gonna die.
No, we're gonna die. It's, what time is it?
What time is it? What
It's
time
like
is
fucking
it?
1:30. It's 1:30 in the morning. We are waiting for the train. We got the whole crew there.
And this is gonna take 4.
Keep it quiet because there's actually people. Shut up.
So this we're just saying. We're cutting the wire right now.
Go cut it.
Say hi to our vlog.
Okay.
This is
Keep going a
our
little bit higher.
adventures. Oh, that actually works sick. Be careful.
Almost are going to the side now.
Okay, I'm like shaking. Me too. Let me see.
I'm like,
I don't think our videos are on there anymore, but it was like crazy 4 a.m. activities, and we would just throw out like funny vlogs, and our YouTube channel actually was doing really good. And then yeah, we kind of just went our separate ways, like social media wise, like you know, we kind of didn't continue our YouTube. And I have always had a passion and like a drive for YouTube. Like I've always said it. I said it on my Instagram stories, like I love TikTok, I love Instagram, but YouTube has my heart. Like I grew up watching a lot of YouTubers, and I've always had like this little obsession over it, like editing and stuff. The main thing that I really love about YouTube is editing. Like I love editing. I love the fact that like you can put a video together. I don't know, it's so crazy. So yeah, I started social media in 2020, making funny videos, and then I did YouTube with my friend for a little bit, and then we kind of just like did our own social media stuff. Anyways, I would definitely say now I'm more into like makeup, fashion, lifestyle, like category of videos. I do try to vlog here and there, but it's like a little bit harder because I feel like a vlog has to be a certain level of like entertaining, and not that much entertaining stuff goes on in my life, girl. Like I vlog the most entertaining parts, so like all my YouTube videos and vlogs are like concerts or like trips and stuff like that, like the most entertaining that I think. But yeah, it's really hard to vlog. So I do a lot of makeup, lifestyle, fashion videos on my TikTok as well. But yeah, that's kind of how I started social media. Girl, how did I go from what keeps you pushing and motivated to like a whole social media story time? Somebody said, what advice would you give your younger self? Honestly, not like, I don't think my younger self needed any advice, girl. Like I'm pretty satisfied with I'm still pretty young, girl. Like I'm barely 20, so like it's not like, what advice would I give my younger self? I don't really have like a particular like advice I would give my younger self. I'm pretty satisfied with the way I have lived so far. I feel like my entire teenage years, I feel like my teenage years were very well lived. I've been wilding out, like I told you guys, I would sneak out a lot. Like I had a really good teenage life. What do you think about living in New Mexico? I don't mind it. I don't mind living in New Mexico. I think the only thing that sucks is there's not as much opportunities here as there is in other states. So yeah, that's the only downside to it, but I don't mind it. Like New Mexico's not that bad actually. But this one says, the most important thing you wish you knew before getting a BBL. The most important thing I wish I knew before getting a BBL is how weak you're gonna be. Like girl, you honestly, I wish I was like mentally prepared for what I was putting myself through. I don't think I was mentally prepared at all. Like in my head, anyways, in my head, I thought it was gonna be like a breeze. I was like, oh, like I'll be fine in a month, like it'll be good, like I'm gonna be strong. No girl, like I was like a little baby. I'm not even joking, you guys. I was such a baby. Like you can ask my mom. I was a little baby, like but yeah, I think the most important thing I wish I knew is how mentally, physically, and emotionally draining it is. Like it is not a joke. It is not no easy little surgery. Somebody said, do you have a good bond with all of your siblings? Why or why not? I feel like I do. I have a pretty good bond. Like we all live at my parents' house, so all 4 of us are here. So it's just very fun and eventful, girl. But me and my little sister, we're like besties. This next question is, do you plan on getting any other cosmetic procedures or surgeries? I don't know. I'm not gonna get another BBL for like a good while, maybe like a couple years. I did think about it, I'm not even gonna lie, about getting another BBL. But then I kind of like asked around, like I asked my mom, I asked like some of my friends, and they're like, no girl, like you don't do it. And I was just like, okay, you're kind of right. Like I'm really satisfied with my body and the way it looks now, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait. But yeah, and then any other cosmetic procedures, I don't know. To be determined, yeah, I don't know. I really am looking into getting a nose job, but instead of a nose job, I think I'm gonna try nose filler first. So I'm gonna take the nose filler route first. I do have a nose filler appointment literally like in a couple days, and I'm actually gonna vlog that for you guys. It's gonna be a little road trip because I'm not getting it done here in New Mexico. I'm getting it done in Texas. So I'm gonna go on a little road trip and I'm gonna vlog it for you guys. I'm gonna get nose filler. I'm actually pretty excited. The main thing that I don't like about my nose is my side profile. So that's what nose filler kind of fixes, is the side profile mainly. So yeah, I'm getting nose filler and I'm gonna vlog it for you guys. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. Somebody asked me, how are you so rich? Girl, I am not rich. Like, it's so crazy, huh? Because the power of social media is so crazy, right? Because like, how are you so rich? Like, I'm not rich, girl. Like, it's so crazy like that I can like appear rich to some people. I am not rich, mama. Like, if I was rich, I would be at the beach every single day of my life. But no, I'm not rich. Like, I am healthy and I'm doing great. Gracias a Diosito. Like, thank God I'm doing good. But yeah. Alright, besties, I think that concludes my little Q&A. If I missed any questions, comment them down below and I'll be answering them here on YouTube. I am really active on my social media, like on my TikTok and stuff. I answer a lot of questions, like I answer a lot of comments. So I feel like I'm constantly always answering your guys' questions. But yeah, that concludes my little video. I didn't finish my noodles, you guys, but they were so spicy. I finished like half. Like, look, I finished a pretty good chunk of the noodles, but I couldn't finish them all because they were so spicy, girl. I'm like still enchilada and it was really hard for me to talk like that. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.